FIMRC's Project Alajuelita is located in an underserved community in Costa Rica. In this clinic, the focus is primary care of adults and children, and psychology appointments are also provided. The majority of the patients who come to this clinic are Nicaraguan refugees and citizens who do not have access to the Costa Rican healthcare system. Volunteers from around the world travel to this clinic to serve alongside the dedicated staff to provide treatment to these patients. On my first day at FIMRC Project Alajuelita, I met a patient named Juana. To understand Juana's story, one must first understand that Costa Rica faces an enormous refugee crisis. Juana counts herself among these refugees, and so when she was bitten by a dog 1 year ago, she was too afraid to seek medical attention, in fear of potential cost and her undocumented status. A year later, the injury on her leg, exacerbated by pre-existing venous insufficiency, has developed into a painful vein ulcer.
The first thing I think was, oh my God, what I'm gonna do with this? So for me, Juana, at the beginning, it was an ulcer for a hospital, for a specialist. You may need a specialist in ulcers. We are a primary care attention clinic, so we don't have like all the stuff she needs. Also, it was infected. It smells really bad. When she came here the first time, she had like 6 months. And she used to have that infection in the past. So we started giving her full treatment, antibiotic treatment, orally and also into the wound. So the first time she came, it was a very big ulcer. So for us in medicine, it's like a stage 4 ulcer because it was so deep, circumferential. It has muscle. You can see also a little bit of the bone. We start treating her with some like honey patches that we have here. It wasn't working. So then I found this donation of Luxria patches that are very good patches that have this technology that make like degradation of the tissue just with the patch on it, because we tried to make the degradation of the tissue with the scalp and it was really hard to do it. Heel is very itchy to her, so when we put this cream, it hydrates at the same time, so it lets itchiness. This is just to absorb all the liquids. See, when we take it out, it was like wet.
Ya estoy salida. Bueno, mi nombre es Juana Paula Vizuela Javier. Tengo 47 años ahora, el 16 de agosto cumplo 48. Por el problema de mi hijo, era que de la vista, que yo pongo a pensar que si yo no se los pongo a él se hubiera quedado más ciego. Entonces yo vine a esa hora, corrí, ¿verdad?
But she's a Nicaraguan patient. She doesn't have insurance. She has a hard story of life here in Costa Rica and also with her son. So we know that it was impossible to go to insurance and have all the treatment that she may need. So we take the risk. At the beginning, I just had like hope.
Cuando estaba caminando, a mí me mordió el perro. Si esa bacteria a mí me podía llegar al hueso, a mí me podía mutilar mi pierna, entonces a mí me dio miedo. No, este doctor, Ben.
Dr. Ben.
Sí.
Dr. Ben. ¿Y él es de los Estados Unidos?
Sí, el doctor de los Estados Unidos.
So I had like 1 year treating Juana's ulcer. It was better, but it wasn't like the best, like what I want. So I was like almost giving up with Juana's leg because it was really hard. So Dr. Ben and Dr. Sloan came last year, in November last year. I told them about Juana. They saw her and I was like, please help me.
¿Qué le gustaría decirles?
¿Qué doctor le va a ver?
Todos los doctores que te trataron.
Ajá. Ay, que muchísimas gracias, que Dios los bendiga. Le agradezco mucho que por ellos, como ellos también, y la ciencia, no voy a perder mi piernita, porque eso era lo que más me ponía a pensar. Yo enseñé, tengo mis hijos tan chiquitos todavía, mi niño. Él tiene apenas 11 añitos, y yo no quiero quedar así de viejo, ya no tiene padre. Yo les agradezco mucho porque ellos han hecho mucho por mí. porque como dice el dicho, ellos me daban fuerza también, porque ellos me decían, no, usted no se puede dejar de vencer, usted no puede abandonar el tratamiento.
Juana's story was moving, and I was suddenly struck by the realization, cliched as it may seem, that I was not at home anymore. And as I quickly realized, FIMRC is on the front lines of a medical environment. In this raw, unfiltered clinical experience, we help patients who genuinely require assistance and appreciate treatment. We interact with patients like Juana, who had endured hardships stemming from pertinent socio-political crises. The people who arrive at the clinic rely on the free services it provides. Regardless of where we grow up or where we live, those problems represent the core of the human experience. When we despair, the boundaries that denote our social, political, or geographic differences begin to dissolve. Having been reduced to a fundamental state, we empathize, we relate, and we heal. And as I learned from Juana and several others, we persevere.